everybody, how you doing? All you grown-ups out there, would you like a story? I do hope that the answer to this one is yes, because I've been cooking on this one for a little while. Now, Little Horse is clearly not going to get involved in this particular episode of storytelling, because this is one for you grown-ups. It's a story we all know quite well. A teenager who came to tea. A parody. Are you sitting comfortably? Well, then we'll begin. It's dedicated to all the wonderful teenagers in our lives for putting up with us. Sophie and her daddy were busy making tea in their tasteful side return kitchen when all of a sudden the doorbell rang. Ding dong! Daddy asked Sophie, "Who on earth do you think this could be? There's no way it could be the milkman. They haven't delivered since 1983. And it can't be the caravan because he came this morning. It can't be Mummy because she's a kick-ass Maine breadwinner lawyer who works in the city. So who could it be?" Sophie looked outside and saw her big, scruffy teenage brother who'd just come back from college. "All right, Squirt," he said, ruffling her hair. Daddy asked, "How was your day?" And the teenager pushed past him, saying something like, "Yeah, whatever, I'm starving, okay." Which, as we can see here, is one very big, long word. Make sure, if you ever want to speak, teenager, that you don't add any punctuation and drop all of your H's and your D's. In the kitchen, Sophie's daddy said, "Would you like some of the rustic olive focaccia that I've just baked?" But the teenager was already rifling through the cupboard, and he said something like, "Nah, I'm just having Pringles or I'm starving." Which again is another very big, long word. But he didn't just eat one handful of Pringles, though. He took a selfie of himself pouring the whole tube of them into his mouth before sending it to his best mate, along with the letters LOL. I wonder what LOL means. Must be lots of love, I'm sure. But his stomach was still growling. So Sophie's daddy offered him a bowl of quinoa, rocket and heritage tomato salad. But the teenager was too busy crying with laughter, watching an epic fail of a kitten falling off a curtain. So Sophie's daddy said, "Would you like a glass of organic, lactose-free soya milk at all?" But the teenager had already helped himself to a bottle of Diet Coke and went into the garden, where he jammed 10 Mentos into it before filming it bouncing off the neighbour's roof and posting the footage on Vine. My goodness me. I don't think this is going to end well, do you? Then he came back into the kitchen to see what else he could find. And before Sophie and his daddy had a chance to stop him, he poured Sophie's daddy's 3-day-old bone stock reduction all the way down into the sink, saying something like, "Thought it was washing up, it smells rank." Which is another very big, long word. Well, Sophie watched then as her brother tore a packet of noodles open with his teeth and ate them straight from the pan before gobbling up a whole jar of Nutella using just a teaspoon. Would you do something like that, children? I'm not sure I would. And then he sneaked 4 of Daddy's Icelandic glacier-filtered craft lager out of the fridge and into his bag. He went upstairs saying something like, "I'm going for a shower, where's my jeans and can I borrow some cash?" Now that is the longest word that we have got to learn yet. Shall we try saying it together, children? I'm going for a shower, where's my jeans and can I borrow some cash? Say it after me. I'm going for a shower, where's my jeans, can I borrow some cash? Make sure you don't get any punctuation in there at all, children. 2 hours later he came back downstairs and said, "Later, I'm revising at Tim's." Daddy said, "Did you say it was football practice with Dave?" And the teenager rolled his eyes. Can you roll your eyes? Do a sigh as well for good measure. He rolled his eyes twice and told him, "Yeah, that's what I just said." Again, some more new words that we're going to put into our vocab book later on, children. Sophie's daddy said, "I simply don't know what we're to do. We've nothing for Mummy's supper. That oxtail ragout simply won't work without the stock that your brother has poured away." Children, can you see what a state the kitchen is in? I'm sure you would never leave a kitchen in a state like that, and I'm sure your brothers and sisters wouldn't either, would they? "And," said Sophie, "he's used up all the hot water, so I can't have a bath." Oh, my word, look at the state of the bathroom. At that moment, Sophie's mummy came home and said, "Bastard trains, I'm knackered. What's for dinner?" So Sophie and Daddy explained what had happened, how the teenager had ruined Daddy's ragout and pilfered all his booze. As Sophie's mummy said, "I know, let's go to Nando's instead." And with that, they took themselves into their coats and got ready to go. So they went out for the night, and all the takeaway signs were glowing and all the cars were thumping out bass as they walked down the road. There they go. And they had a lovely supper of chorizo thighs, burgers, halloumi cheese and peri-peri chips. The next day, Sophie and her daddy went to Waitrose and they bought a very big bag of frozen chips in case the teenager came back to tea again. But he never did. Or at least not until about an hour later, when he texted his daddy say, "I've lost my bus pass, can I have a lift home?" The end. Well, little friends, I hope you enjoyed that story. Stay safe, keep healthy, and whatever you do, don't be drinking any of those. Night, night, sleep tight. Bye.